Hello guys, this is Karan Binani from MobiScrub and this is a quick review of the Sony Xperia ZL. So let's take a quick look around the device. At the top you've got a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right edge you've got the volume rocker and a power and lock key, which is pretty nice. At the left edge you've got a USB 2.0 data syncing and charging port, and at the bottom you've got absolutely nothing. At the back you've got a 13 megapixel camera capable of shooting full HD videos, and you've got a speaker grill. Then you have a rubberish back panel and a SIM card slot at the bottom. The notification tray is very neat and clean, very nicely organized with just the important toggles on the top. The whole point of getting you here was to show you that the device is indeed running Android Jelly Bean. So let's go into settings and about section, and you'll see that it's running Android 4.1.2 Jelly Bean, and very soon it will receive a 4.2.2 update as well. The display is a 5-inch Full HD with a resolution of 1080 by 1920 pixels, powered by Bravia Engine 2 and protected by a shatterproof and scratch-resistant glass. Sony is known for its timescape UI overlaid on top of Android Jelly Bean. You've got on-screen navigation controls, the return home and the task manager. The responsive touch of the Sony Xperia ZL is really good. It's instantaneous and it's really nice. There's no lag whatsoever. Look at the widget. The gallery is quickly loading up, and it's powered by a 1.5 GHz Quad Core processor, so it's ought to be fast. You've got a bunch of preloaded applications, and I'll talk about it more in the video ahead. But just, it's so smooth, and there's just absolutely no lag. Just to show you more of the timescape UI, you've got the task manager, and it's slightly different from what you've seen on the Nexus and the Samsung TouchWiz devices. And you can add more installed small apps right from there. The dialer is pretty standard, but this time this is a white background, very unlike the black background that we've seen on the previous Xperia devices. You can obviously add contacts, there are favorites and whatnot. And one of my favorite widgets is the gallery widget, which I really find fabulous and very fascinating. So this is the standard camera application in the Sony Xperia ZL. The device features a 13 megapixel camera with autofocus and LED flash. There are a lot of features such as geo-tagging, touch focus, face detection, image stabilization, high dynamic range, and whatnot. You can obviously change your data storage from internal to external. It supports external storage of up to 64 GB, provided you insert a micro SD card slot. You've obviously got options to select between 13 megapixel, 9 megapixel, and so on. Apart from regular features, you've got some really interesting features such as the burst shot, which takes 10 frames per second, and you can take unlimited shots. You've got sweep panorama, which obviously, as the word says, it's panoramic shots. You've got superior auto, which is very interesting, and what it does is basically adapts to various conditions. So if you're going and taking a close shot, it'll automatically set the mode to macro and so on. Now the burst shot is really interesting. It takes 10 frames per second, and all that you have to do is keep the shutter key pressed and move around, and it takes a bunch of shots at the same time, just like a gunshot. So it goes really quick, and you've got all of these right here, 159 of those, and you've got all of them displayed, so you can select or not or delete all of them at the same time. I don't really see a lot of real-time advantages of this, but well, it's interesting. And then you've got a front-facing camera which is 2 megapixel, capable of taking full HD videos at 30 frames per second. Among a lot of preloaded applications is Sony Music that lets you stream over 15 lakh songs, and I believe that's quite incredible. There's also an inbuilt remote control application which basically uses the infrared port of the device, which is on one of the sides, and you can pretty much control any television in the world. So whether it's Sony or any of these variety of manufacturers that are right here listed, so you can select any one, choose the type, whether it's a TV or VCR or a set-top box or whatever it is, and then just select next and you've got it all working. Now what would a Sony device be without a good or a great music application? I personally love the user interface of the Sony music player. It's really nice, sort of jazzy, it still looks very classy, and it's really smooth. The user interface is very intuitive, and you've got a variety of settings and visualizers and equalizers. So for example, this one, you've got a variety of settings that you can choose from, and you obviously have a user defined section wherein you can have your own setup. And then you've got surround sound. So, based on where you're sitting or where this device is being played or connected to, you can just change the overall sound effect. You've also got NFC tap. So, you can actually just tap it with an NFC enabled speaker and it'll start playing. So guys, that's it about the Sony Xperia ZL. This was just a quick review, and there would be a full in-depth review pretty soon. So stay tuned and do subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you.